Now I'm just using the spot healing brush tool to get rid of some of the wrinkles and excess blemishes on her face. This is also effective in wrinkles underneath a person's eye. Next, moving on to page 144, we're going to use the healing brush tool hidden underneath the spot healing brush tool. Select the brush size of size 19 and the hardness of 50%. So I'm going to right click and adjust the slider to 50%. So what we need to do here is we need to hold the Alt button and click in an area just below the dark areas beneath her eyes to create a sampling source. So it works kind of similar to this clone stamp tool. So we're using a clean area or an unblemished area of the skin. Now on step 9, brush beneath her eyes to remove the dark makeup. So make sure you have the actual settings set correctly in the book. It actually takes a few brush strokes to get it correctly done. So I'm going to do it on her other eye as well. So hold the Alt key, select a clean area of the skin that's not dark, and continue to remove the dark areas, the dark makeup on her eye. When you're finished with this step, go ahead and save your file. We're going to do a few more edits after. We're now on the next section, enhancing an image using the dodge and sponge tools. So step 1, make sure the corrections layer is still active. Select the dodge tool. So this is the dodge tool right underneath or right below the smudge tool. This is the dodge tool. In the options bar, change the brush size to 65 pixels and exposure up here to 30%. Make sure your midtones is selected in the range menu. So this is the range. You have shadows, midtones, and highlights. Make sure it's midtones. And go ahead and brush the dodge tool over the shadows under the eyes to lighten them up. So let's go ahead and lighten up her skin. Not to overdo it. Whatever looks reasonable. Moving on. Select the sponge tool hidden under the dodge tool. In the options bar, make sure vibrance is checked, and then the brush size has to be 35. Hardness is set to 0, and mode is set to saturate. Remember, desaturate makes something black and white. Saturate is set to color or increase the color of something. Flow is set to 50%. So our goal here is to increase the saturation of her iris. So let's zoom in. I'm using the space bar. Whenever you hold the space bar, your tool, it's a shortcut for the hand tool, which allows you to move across an image. So hold down the space bar, hone in on her eyes, and go ahead and use the sponge tool over her iris. Again, just enough not to overdo it. Step 6, select the dodge tool again and the shadows from the range menu in the options bar. Dodge tool, this time for the range, let's select shadows. Use the dodge tool to lighten the shadow area above the eyes and areas around the irises to bring out the color. So I'm just going to adjust this however I see fit. Zoom out. That looks about good. That ends page 145. Now it's your turn.